toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Getting more intense. It's the Cowboys and the Rattlers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. And it'll be the Rattlers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in.
Makes the grab in their space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And that was a play that was designed to simply pick up the first down, right? 3rd and short, it's a short throw, and you're just trying to get it to the sticks. But what a great individual effort by the receiver that time, turning once he has the football, and he's getting extra yards. That ends up being a big-time play for the offense.
Play fake, Williams. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Throwing, Hawkins. Lets it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Hawkins. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start on the ground with Washington.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Williams. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the catch and he's free. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Rides the option, he keeps it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Man, he coughed it up. God, big mistake, but here's the thing. I'm going to run my quarterback. I got to pick my spots, but he's got to understand when I can take hits, when I get in traffic, and I got to wrap that thing up. And I'm a running back, right? When I'm running these design quarterback runs, I got to take care of the football.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Michael Hawkins. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now, so far, it's an 0 for 4 start.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's caught.
Man, and one of the reasons this guy's dangerous is because if things get off schedule, he can still hurt you. There was no panic, right? He's not just going to take off and go running. He kept his focus downfield, spotted an open guy, and, man, delivered a strike.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the snap, it's Washington. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Williams to throw. Fires into the end zone. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Fourth down, Williams. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Michael Hawkins on the play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And so far, he looks a little bit rattled at the quarterback spot. Just not settled in, not fully comfortable. And you got to say the defense has done good, and they have taken away what they've wanted to do so far. But he's got to find some answers in this offense. Find some guys, find some matchups that he wants to exploit.
Another incompletion on third down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets to give. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Williams fires to the tight end and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Maybe a double pass. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Number 93, set to kick this one away.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Cook. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Hawkins. He tries to take the top off. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be 3rd and long. Right back to the well. There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Throwing, Williams. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Cowboys come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Sends it back in motion. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Williams, under fire. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the move, it's Cook. Makes it past the marker. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to fire. Fire into the right, complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's the Tigers with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are...
Might have a chance. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Got his man on the right. On the move at the 30. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Hawkins. Fires quickly. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And it'll be the Rattlers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Touchdown, Rattlers. Great job by the back on the option.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Gives him the big stiff arm. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. They come out for the first time in this second half, the lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Still on his feet at the 40. Turning it on. He's at the 40. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Play action with Williams. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got his man across the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Here's Williams to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Caught outside on the right. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Number 93, set to kick this one away.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Cook. There he goes. At the 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Number 10.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal. Not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hands it off. Got enough for the first. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback.
Right down the gut of the field. And he scores! Touchdown, Rattlers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Coming out with it, it's Washington. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Cowboys want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll go right back to it. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Williams. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets away from one, finds room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the fourth quarter. Nice job taking off and getting the first down.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught in the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. On the run, it's Francis. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quick completion on the out route. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And it'll be the Rattlers who are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Cowboys! Took it all the way back to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good.
The extra point is good. Number 93, set to kick off.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Rattlers offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Michael Hawkins.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go play action with Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Williams. Still looking on the move. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
My old coach always used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. He got flushed outside the pocket. Listen, it's okay. You can throw an incompletion. Don't create a turnover. Don't try to force it. At least the quarterback took care of the football.
Right on the money. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Here's Williams to throw. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Booster! Ready, go!
Williams will pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this is the beauty of getting in these 3rd down and manageable situations. It makes it so much easier for an offense. Now you can run your RPO game, and everybody has to respect that run. I read it. He reads it correctly, spits it out on the perimeter right now. Your guy does the rest of the work. Nice 3rd down execution.
Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd, and we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Here comes the 2-point try. Williams moving away from pressure. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Francis. Nice move there. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Throwing, Hawkins. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20, past the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath it.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Hawkins. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
Turning on the Jets. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game, dude.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Throwing, Williams. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Michael Hawkins finds the tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.